Says I'm live. And that's not even Memorex. I want to thank everybody that's coming back. Getting a few things still ready. Because there's always time to do things. Hi, Denise. Hi, Denise. Oh, forgot. Hi, Randy. Yes, me again. I went over and watched your live. Boy, you got a lot of rulers. What are you going to do with all those rulers? Figure out how to run them? Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Kim. That's a lot of rulers to play with. In June. I did get some other stuff done. I did. Got the dishwasher unloaded, living room picked up some my little yarn fibers. Yeah, you can ruler anything you want. You just got to figure out how to do it now, huh? But I'm working on more of these blocks. It seemed to be, yeah, Cindy is amazing. It's like, because it's a spool, a thread, whichever way you want to lay it. And then when you're done, you get the secondary star. But up on my wall now over there, you can't see because the elephant is hanging up over it. And then my hexies are up over the top of the bunnies. So it's layered up over there since you guys was here. Making sure nobody else came in that was new. Hi, Terry. Surprise, huh? In case you guys missed it, I surprised Kathy because she needed to learn something and I had the chance to do it and I wasn't going to do it now or be done. Hi, Gladys. What you need for this block in the background material is a 6x6 square, 3.5 by 3.5 inch squares. Out of the secondary color, I call it my main color, the print, the focal piece, you just need one 3.5 inch square, and out of the third color, you need 3 3.5s and 2 3x3. Hi, Joan. Oh, it's like I was gonna sew air, I guess. You ate some of your fried chicken and tater salad? Yeah. I had a couple of slices of Swiss cheese and a few dry cereal because I was trying to get everything else done. She needs some baked beans. And yes. Did you see the typed up list? Oh, no pressure. It's like, dang it. I knew I forgot to do something. I can open a second tab on my iPad. Let me see. Hi, Kathy. See if my iPad will open it. Yeah, it's like, and this one says I can't open it either. So I'll have to wait and try the other one. Hi, Sally. The baby is with the other grandma. The other grandma has 2 weeks off. So she takes her on Tuesdays and Thursdays this week and next week. Randy. It's the thing's not opening it is the thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3 things. My kite tail. And the main reason I have the iPad on is because it'll tell me if I'm froze. So it's like, where's that mouse go? Because I have to enlarge the text up here because this 80% isn't working. Yeah, that's okay, Terry. Go back and get your next project done. That's all we can do. What we get done, we get done. I was going to peel the carrots real fast, but they make your hands turn orange, so I didn't want to look like I was some alien out here. Yeah, Dee ate it. Yeah, she gets everything. That's for sure. And as long as you move forward, yep. There's Kathy on. Making some new dish towels. Hi, Gayla. It's like, I'm working on some more Spools and Stars. And CenturyLink wouldn't work again. CenturyLink worked to go on the Zoom with Kathy, but it won't work to come on here. But it's like, I just give up. Don't fight it. Just go with it. That's my new thing. Don't fight it. Just go with it. You're sewing on your last rail fence? Woohoo, June. Only been since September, right? I don't know how many of these blocks Darlene got, but she got her baby sweater done yesterday. She was went back to finish the socks that she had started last night. I was working on Hexie's. She was knitting. Yeah, it is strange. I'm still working on baby quilt. She's out of the hospital and home. Might get it when she graduates. Ah, don't think of it that way, Joan. According to everybody, they can't have them until they're a year old anyway. That's what I've been told. They can't have these blankets until they're a year old. Well, when Delaney's here and sitting on my lap, she has a blanket on her. Because it keeps me warm too. And then we can both take a nap. Waiting for the iron to warm up some. But I only have 12, 13 done. 50 to go. I will work on it this weekend. I'm going around some. My daughter will ask me to make something for her and jokingly say, "What year?" Yeah. I didn't see it go in circles, Randy, so I don't know. Even though it's behind up there. Oh, Melinda, she hinted last Sunday. And now this one's going in circle there. It's moving this now. And okay. But Melinda last Saturday goes, hint, hint, I need a pillow because the St. Patrick's went off. And I told her to pick right or left. Next, I got to figure out something for April showers, Mayflowers, something like that. So I'm going to look at another block. This year, they're just getting pillow covers. But if they expect a new one every month, I got to come up with a new block every month. My great grandkids quilts. I started as soon as the grandkids was being born. Like when they started school, the last grandkid, I started on great grandkid quilts. I said, they're going to be there somewhere, sometime, and I can make them and put them up for the future. I still have a couple left. I have them boxed for the ones that don't have kids. I made them all Afghans. So I planned ahead. I did. I planned ahead. Probably a little bit too far ahead, but yeah, I can make a umbrella out of pinwheels. You just snowball the corners of the pinwheel, and it makes an umbrella. And then put some flowers and raindrops. So it'll be a little bit of applique and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. But I don't know. I think I give birth to monsters. I come up with this idea, and then I decided to make them a pillow. Randy, is Shannon sleeping? Is why you got so much piss and vinegar? Oh, okay. It's like, yes, I still have the arrowhead. It's in the drawer right here. And then I have to figure out what my next quilt's going to be. Hi, Darlene. Warming up in the basement? Is that what that means? Yeah, the basement's probably cold. Everybody says if you want to sleep cool, go to the basement. It's like, yeah. But I have to sit here and smell these roasts cooking. At 5 o'clock, I might make myself a little piece of roast beef on the plate with some ketchup dipped in it and say, now I ate my dinner, I'm done. Then I'll have the potatoes and carrots with the dinner. But I used to buy the baby carrots where there was... Okay. You're fine, Dorlan. I know you talk about the basement. So I can fill in the lines. I don't even know what the next quilt is. I think in that tote over there. Yeah. Isn't that strange, Joan? Last week you had a blizzard and this week you're 79. Yeah, because I took Delaney outside yesterday. She went out and met the bus with us. It was 77 here. Beautiful, sunshiny day. And today I'm 51, mostly cloudy. Yeah, there's a lot of places that don't have basements. I don't want a basement. That space underneath my house is a zone I don't go to. That's for plumbers. And I told the plumber, John, I said, don't ever leave the job because it's like you got to keep going under my house about every 2-3 years. I break another water line. Pretty soon, all the PVC will be replaced. He's replaced drain lines. He's replaced hot water line. And he just replaced the outside spigot. And we had that hired done. And that joined at a weird spot. Last night, the thunder and lightning show last night that blew through, it was awesome. I said I should have went out and recorded it. You didn't have time from a rumble to the strike. Hi, Emily. Yeah, it's like where the kids were going to go camping this weekend because the weather forecast changed to so much bad weather. They changed their locations. And I don't call it camping. They're going someplace that has an indoor pool as part of the rent, when they pay. So Alani's going the other night. Grandpa, do we get to go swimming? He says, I don't know. We're not there yet. Okay, Jennifer, did you get your lawn mowed? Part of it? I have a quilt list that I add to as needed. Probably add a baby girl quilt and a baby boy since granddaughter got married last fall. Best be prepared. Yes. We had it last night too. Scared poor Chase, but I loved it. Yes. And then I watched the 11 o'clock news as they was tracking it as it was just like hopping up through the state. Randy just subscribed to Kathy. Okay. You have 30 acres, so we aren't ever done. Okay. My husband used to go out and do the son's property. Hi, Kenneth. No baby today. So anybody that out there, no baby. I have to share her once in a while, right? Yeah, it is a lot of work. Well, first he had to go out and pull all the tumbleweed. So they had to decide, him and his son, what they was going to want for more grass pasture. They had a low one and a high one is what they wanted. Sagebrush in between. And my husband went out there for days pulling sagebrush. And it hasn't come back. Our sagebrush is like 6, 7, 8 foot tall. It grows beautifully. And then he would go down and mow the lower just so it would grow better. Because you have to mow it to get it to grow. I used to have the spare key to the tractor here. It was in part of his keychain. Hi, Maureen. And how is Maureen today? We're working on, I got to unstack it. Spools and Stars. It's originally a 3-yard quilt pattern. They're 10-inch squares when they're finished. And there's partial one up on the wall. And then there's 2 blocks up there done. Another one to be sewed. This one just got trimmed. Yes, the pattern is a free pattern. June said she Googled stars and spools and stars. Hi, Rita. Yeah, it's on Rita's to-do list. But it is amazing how you can take one block and come out with not only the spool, but then you get the star. There's half the star. And hi, Lori, quilting in the country. Yeah, Darlene's seen that Rita posted the link to the pattern. And it's like, so I went over and did a picture of mine. Randy, it's just wait till you get as bad as we are. Okay, that's fine, Rita. The only thing I have left to do is peel the carrots. But I didn't want orange hands. Hi, Joyce. Yeah. It's called an how many page spiral notebook is my list. But I'm working them off of it. This has been on my list for a good year and a half. Almost 2. I would say August, it would be 2 years. But that other one up in the list up there, that's been up there 5, 6, 7 years. I will post the link onto the YouTube again, but it's like, it's not under the trigger finger right now. And that was something else I forgot. I was supposed to go load the pattern again. Terry's working on a list of, there's 10 pieces per block that we need of cut fabrics. I need to, it's like, it involves 2 6-inch pieces, one of your print and one of your background, and you get 2 of them. And then you take 2 3.5-inch squares of your other color, 2 3.5 squares, and you make them into half square triangles. And then your 3.5 of your print, 3.5, just one, and make, because you only need 2 half square triangles. So I'll put the camera down. And I laid them out. So now I'm sewing a half square triangle to the only square. 2 3-inch squares. It's like, and then the 3.5-inch squares get trimmed down to 3. Rita probably knows just about every inch of her property because she's always out walking it. Yeah, there's in the layout, there is a cutting instructions for the pages, Rita. Like this one will tell you how many 3.5-inch squares you need, how many 6-inch squares, and then the border strips, like most 3-yard quilts do. This one you need the other border. I'm not cutting any of the borders yet because I'm using 3 yards of each. But I like the cutting instructions because it tells you how many you need for each 3-yard quilt. But I don't want just a lap quilt. Yeah. But it's a very simple. It's like those pieces are all sewed. So now I got to go back and make the 4 patch. I just finger press. Yeah, Pinterest has got it too. Rita post. It's like Rita shared it, so she printed it. I have it printed because being I'm teaching it. Yeah, Kim, you don't need to print it. If you put it up on your computer and then just delete it later when you're done. Or you come back and I will refer back and forth. Okay, this one goes this way. See, I sewed this one wrong. So just take 1 and 2. Rob from Peter and pay with Paul. That way I don't have to worry about it. I need a 3-inch square. I'll take that apart off camera. Okay, so I have to have this sit out here. This one goes this way. This goes here. When I picked it up, I flipped it wrong. It's easy to do, but like I said, I will fix it off camera. So then you have your block like that. I call it the arrow. But it's got quite a few pages to print. And then now I'll pick this one. You don't have a computer? Well, I'm going to add a list. I was trying to figure it out. Terry's been trying to get it to where it can print out. Of what you need for a 3-yard quilt. That's why it's a good thing it's on YouTube, because then you can go back and refer to it. She doesn't have a computer. She only has her phone or iPad, whichever Joyce has got. You on your phone, Joyce? And then there's that piece. So now it's a giant 4-piece, 4-patch. And you just go back and sew them together. You made it to your 350 or 650, Kathy? Okay. You can save it in your phone if you want. And then but when you're pulling it up, you're just pulling up that tiny screen. That's the only thing I don't like about that. Last night, it would not let me go to my community page. I tried, and it's like, all it would do is go back to my old community pages. And I go, I don't want that. It's like, it doesn't look good with Hunter Star writing out the next pattern. See, it's like, I better quit while I'm ahead. I did this one wrong. I flipped it while talking. I don't have a community Facebook page. It's just, just about the only thing on my page is quilters. Yeah. Cheryl's only does everything through her phone. Looking to see which side is easier to find the stitches. I cannot put the seam ripper between the two and do like everybody else. All I do is rip the fabric. Then I have to start all over. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I can't get it to, it's only bringing up my old Hunter Star ones. Just keeps going back to them. My internet does not like me. YouTube don't like me. I was going to put a picture of the baby booties on there. And it don't like me. So when I go to someplace, I always have pencil and paper. And then I write down and draw out little things that I need to know. Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to even try that right now more. I keep trying. I practice on junk. I do practice on junk. But everybody says that's what that red dot's for. You put it down. And every time I have cut my fabric. If you just search Spools and Stars quilt, 3-yard quilt, I think is what it brings up. And if you have a Pinterest account, it comes up there. Yeah, it's like, I try to share as much as, being that it is a free pattern, I can tell you what the pieces are. Yes. And Kim goes to the local library. Carrie goes to the library. But in the white, you need 2 6x6 squares. In the white, you need 3 3.5-inch squares. In the print, you need 2 6x6 squares, or 1 6x6 square, and 1 3.5-inch square. And if the other color, you need 2 3.5 by 3.5, and then 2 3-inch. That's what you need per block. The 6-inch square of background, 6-inch square of your primary print, a 3.5-inch square of your primary print, 3.5 white, 1, 2, 3. And then you need 2 3.5 by 3.5 of the secondary color, and 2 3-inch squares. I wish they'd put it as simple as all that per block. And then out of the 3 yards, you get 20 blocks. And it leaves you, out of the secondary color, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips of 2.5. And out of your print fabric, you get 5 strips of 2 inches for your borders. All out of your, like most 3-yard quilts, they have the border materials in there. And you have a little bit of fabric left. But I'm making a 70 by 90 before borders. And then when the borders are on, I'm going to take and figure out how wide I can get them, because I'm going to have all these 2.5-inch strips and 2-inch strips. So I can probably make a 5-inch border, a 4 and a 5, and extend it out nice sized. Just like I tried getting the block to be only up on the front of the, it's like it doesn't work. So I'm going to try it the patch of 4. That way you can see a single block. And there's only one nesting point. Yes. And then this can, I said the other day, this would make a beautiful scrappy quilt. If you had like where my darker purple is, if you had one color you want to put there and then your white background, and then all the spools could be out of your scraps, because you just need a 6" by 6" square and one 3.5" square. And you could probably dig through the scraps and get those. So every spool would be a reminder of a quilt that you made in the past, or just a scrappy. And that might be what's next on my list. I sewed that piece right back together the same way. It's like, okay, she said, put that little red ball Can I get it open a little bit first? Okay, she said red ball down. Yeah, right. I can't even get it to, I'm afraid. I'm a chicken. Just call me a chicken. Okay. That would be pretty. I mean, even the stars could be all made scrappy. I think it would turn out beautiful as an all scrap quilt. You know, the 100 stars I've made, even though one is very scrappy, and then I got the same backgrounds. It's amazing the difference. But the trouble we was having with the link was the download time on the when it gets to all the pictures. And then she said that you could press control print. Well, tablets don't have that control print button. So that's where a lot of the problems was coming. I pressed the link. I'm going to see how long it takes to bring that up. Oh, I could have left that half on. Dang it. I started tearing it apart at the wrong end. Yeah, I got to the first page so far. Darlene and I both have CenturyLink. 2 different states, miles apart. She was having the same issue I was having. I have to wait for all the pictures to download. Right now, I just have the opening letter and a solid white page. Really pretty. But there's a lot of quilts over there, patterns for free. Or you can go in to her optimized whatever. She has them where you can buy them. Okay, you're going to start your supper. You're fine, Kim. We all have things to do. And it's like, you don't want to watch me rip out the seam. Now I got a giant big word 3-yard quilt. It's like, Sandra, don't sew it together wrong. It's like, how many times can you do it wrong? I think they was both right to begin with. I just had it turned. And then Terry just put up something else. Done. Go see what Terry put up this time. It's amazing, though, how some of us, just from where we live, the issues we have. Hey, it opened that way. So, Terry, 49 seconds ago. First print, 1 6x6 square and 1 3.5. Second color, 2 3.5, 2 3s. Background color, 1 6x6, 3 3.5. Yes, that's all it takes. Yes, she gives out random patterns every month. Yeah, because she makes quite a variety of things. And if you do find something over there, write down the name that you like, because it's all alphabetical. Yeah, but that one loaded up, Terry. I have the poor thing memorized. It's just when I get to talking about it, I have my finger on 2 blocks or see 2 blocks. I do have to watch for the bus, but I have several hours for that still. Yep. At least a couple. 3:40. See if the bus driver remembers which street to turn on. She told me she was sorry yesterday. She'll get it right today. Yeah, that was the same one I sewed. It's like, can't believe that one. Sit this back out here again. Yeah, I've had for years. It's just I need no more in my bucket list. My bucket is overflowing. I have to use what I have. It's like I always say, there's no guarantee on our eyesight. There's no guarantee that I'll remember anything. So get it done and be done. And then it's less for my kids to worry about. Because they can search long armors for hire and go from there. They told me to write it down in a book. Okay, now it's correct. Finally. Finally. Hello, Mona did what? I haven't got back. See, now I'm taking time to slowly download the chat back up here. The internet just doesn't work very well out here in the boonies. Okay, which way do you go now? It's like today's seam ripper day. My seam ripper is called Plum Crazy because it's plum in kind of a plum in color. Says Mona did what? Have a sick dog? A sick puppy? There. I opened it up to the right way. He has a neurological problems. Okay. I press them later. I don't worry about doing that on screen. Means I sewed these two together wrong. $17. Yeah. Yeah, you're lucky. I know Sebastian's up there in years. Your Fitbit's saying not move. Maybe that's why I don't put back on my watch. Because my watch was constantly telling me to vibrate, telling me to move. And I said, don't wake the baby. So sit these out. Try again. This one goes up here. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I've been setting them this way. And go back here and steal the other one. It's like somewhere up here. It's going to be a pile short. There. That one. Goes up there. I have a whole block. It's like, where'd the block go? Because I didn't steal from that one. Oh, they're on the floor. That's why I can't find them. They're on the floor. There. It's all converting to muscle. I hope. Yeah. I just said I'm finally getting my lead foot. You've been exercising every day for the past 16 days. That's good. Yeah, mine's get up, get a bottle up, get a diaper change. Get up and let the dog out. Get up and let the baby sit. It's like, it's amazing how many up downs you can do in a day. And I changed my weights get heavier because she's gaining weight. Then when you're sitting there all nice and comfortable, the 4-year-old. I like that one, Mona. I'm thinking about exercise. Yeah, it's like we watch them on TV. Look, they're exercising. We get exercise watching some of them. That one couple, those couples that try to mimic those other ones that can do all sorts of things. I think we get a lot of exercise just laughing our full head off at them. That's exercise. E for effort. And then that couple that does those exercising, they did a fashion show with her husband with the different jeans and things that people wear. They're not made for everybody. What looks good on somebody, it doesn't look good on everybody. Okay, that goes to the short side because I want this one to the dark side. Okay, that looks like an arrow. But this quilt kind of fits us quilters. It's got the thread, full of thread that we need because we are quilters. But she has so many free patterns out there. So many. It's like, where do you begin? I just write down the pattern so I can get there faster. When I get this block together, it'll be just past the hour. I gotta go vacuum, peel carrots, check the mail, walk to the backyard, shed, get the lawnmower. To do that, take the snow blower back. Because if it snows now, I'll just shovel it. Oh, and I gotta get the battery charger. Better start my list now. Snow blower. And I'll put that arrow out. Lawn mower. And battery charger. And the arrow in. There. Got my note. And then I got to come in and do the potato because we're having pot roast. And so we're having potatoes with the pot roast, some with the roast. The carrots are definitely with the roast. One roast by itself because the daughter-in-law's on the all meat diet. So you can't have the starch transfer from the potatoes and carrots to the meat. Because then you didn't have an all meat diet. And then when dinner's done, then I have all the stuff to clean up and go from there. Christmas today, my new sewing machine finally came. Took 2 weeks. Well, congratulations on a new sewing machine. I will wait until you end. Are you going to stay for 2 hours? No, I'm just going to this block being done, Terry. So you can get up and go exercise. And Mona can go take her nap. Yeah, now they want to know what kind of sewing machine did you get, Jennifer? Start with the brand. Yeah, it's like, I only got a couple more sews, but want to know what Jennifer's sewing machine is. Unless she wants to wait and tell us on another day. Baby lock, brilliant. Okay. Hey, I don't even have to rip a seam. That's making sure. The only thing I can goof up on is the spool of thread, just about. And that's where I did it twice on the last one. But congratulations, Jennifer. I gotta wait to get Delaney a little bigger and then use the featherweight more. You're making prairie points for your quilt? Boy, you're getting extravagant on that border out there. I'm not a fan of prairie points. I did them in my Halloween. So there's the other block. So 2 blocks this afternoon and 2 blocks this morning. I'll put the camera back up so I can read without it being dim. My old one is the singer that's 10 years old. I'm going to pass it on to my daughters. They are 12 and 15. This one here is 12 years old. Yeah, Cheryl, it does get lonesome. It really does. But it's like, I got 4 more. I only have a ways to go. It's like, who knows what tomorrow might bring? I might do a pop-up tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what the weather's like, how much more stuff I don't get done today. Because after the family leaves, I know I have to get the dish. Oh, I got to take out the garbage too before they get here. But I have to peel the carrots first. I don't like leaving any fresh anything. Yes. But yeah, because we can sew. And if we got questions, then you can write. Yes, tonight's the family dinner. So I get to see Alan tonight. And he'll be in every cupboard. Every cupboard, every drawer, every place. It's like, yeah, if Bailey was here, I would have to cook. She prefers her carrots cooked, but she will eat them raw. So it's like, but I haven't been buying the baby ones. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. and we've had fun. And is that little tornadoes? Yes, he'll be here. I have to hide mops, brooms. I still have to put them up. He gets everything out. But we'll see what tomorrow brings. Yeah, Sebastian has no teethers. Yeah. Oreo and like raw Tuffy had to have cooked. Yes, I'll give them all kisses and hugs from Auntie Terry. And maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Bye, everybody.